Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, Sumatra coffee made cowboy coffee style. Magnificent. It almost tastes like hot chocolate. It's got such a smooth flavor to it. Like the notes are just deep and smooth. It's almost like there's something creamy added to it without literally adding something creamy to it. I like it. You could probably pass it off as a exotic hot chocolate to the unknowing person, and they would like it. Actually, you know what would be good? If you took like a teaspoon of high-fat cocoa and mixed it in there, took your little frother and mixed it in really good. That would be kind of cool. That would almost be like a dessert or something. Add a little honey to it. Be great. It's getting light already. I got up at 4:30 today, a little bit later than I usually do. Studied in the book of Proverbs. Today is June 11th. June 11th, which means I studied Proverbs 11. There's 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs, and it just coincides with the days of the month. If on months that end with only 30 days, then you get a bonus. You get to read 2 chapters that day. Something you love. It's kind of a no-brainer. It's just true wisdom in the book of Proverbs. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe in. You will benefit from the book of Proverbs. Well, let's get started here. I have some more coffee too. I'm still waking up. Big shout out to the Graybeards. The Graybeard Chronicles sent me a couple hats. You know, there's nothing like a well-fitting hat. This is the Graybeard Chronicles. Love this hat. It's just like, it's almost as if it was like made for my head, even though it's a snapback and adjustable. It just feels good. Feels perfect. And then, of course, an honorary member of the Strength and Honor Motorcycle Club. Another hat that just fits perfect. So thanks, Bryant Halstead. I appreciate that. If you are interested in a podcast and videos that are from mature men, guys with gray beards, not boys, not children, not tribes, not weird alliances and associations, go to the Graybeard Chronicles on YouTube. You'll like them. Let's get started here. Cornelius Van Til, one of the most influential men in my life, I'd say one of the top 100 most influential men, said, trying to make rational sense of an irrational universe is like a man made of water climbing a ladder of water trying to escape an infinite sea of water. Making rational sense of an irrational universe. Isn't that something? You heard of a cash cow? This is a cash cat. Remember yesterday's video about holding patterns? That seemed to touch a lot of people. It affected a lot of people with private emails. I don't think I've ever gotten so many private emails in response to a video in my entire 5 years on YouTube. Are you waiting for takeoff? Are you stuck in the air and the air traffic controller just has you in that holding pattern, letting you know when you can land? Or you're on the runway, waiting for the air traffic controller, waiting to tell you when you can take off? You have to be your own air traffic controller. You can't be stuck in a holding pattern on the ground or in the air. You have to. When are you going to decide to land or take off? When? You know, years can fly by. Years. We're talking like a decade or more. Next thing you know, you have gray hair and you're stuck in the same position. I am committed with every single molecule at the molecular level, in my body to help you move and get unstuck. It's not through guilt. It's not through pointing the finger. It's not through being savage. I want to motivate you to move towards your goals and what you were meant to be, male or female. And it's never, ever, ever too late to do it. Never. In general, believe nothing that you hear or read on social media. Test everything. Everything. Private groups are where it's at, private communities. No emoji heads, no cartoon heads, no anonymous, no fake names, no BS.
Why don't you shut up? You're not going to church, so why do you care? Why do you care if you're not going to church anyway? You're not interested in that.
100% of what you see in social media, Twitter, and other, like what I call loudmouth sites, are people posturing for attention. It's all ego. It's no different than a woman craving attention. Men become very woman-like when they crave attention. Attention for attention's sake is all BS and all ego. Try paying a bill with ego. Try paying a bill with subscribers, likes, hearts, people's attention. It doesn't really work, does it? Attention in order to build a business is one thing. Attention to just become social media superior is kind of stupid if you think about it. Marketing and sales requires attention, but there has to be transactions. People have to give you money. If it doesn't lead to building your bank account, what is the attention worth? Zero. Be a responsible human being. Be a responsible marketer of your products and services. Add value. That's how you make it in this world, by adding value. You can stand on top of a mountain and scream at the top of your lungs and get a lot of attention, but it's going to get you nowhere. So add value to people's lives. Never take away, just add. A lot of people responded to my table for one video. How many? Table for one, please. That seemed to resonate with a lot of people. That was another video that the amount of private emails that I got in response to that was amazing. So I think I hit it out of the park this week, because I've never gotten so many private emails. I'm not talking about comments below the video, but private emails that where people were telling me that the message resonated with them. That was always interesting. Looking back on that this week. Do you miss the Daybreak Show? I sure do. I miss you. I love sitting here and talking about life to you and giving you nuggets of wisdom. I'm not the fire hose of wisdom. I'm kind of like the IV drip of wisdom. What you get from the cozy nook here is just like one little drop of wisdom at a time. Little, a little, over a long period of time. And when you apply wisdom, that's what wisdom is. Wisdom is nothing but the application of knowledge. There's a lot of smart people out there, high IQ, super organized, but they're not very wise, are they? Seek wisdom. Wisdom will keep you alive. Wisdom will make you money, not knowledge. You could have that much knowledge, but if you leverage that knowledge with wisdom, you will go far. You will survive. You don't, men, you don't or never will own your girlfriend, regardless of what you hear or see anywhere. You will never own your partner, your wife, whatever. Learn how to loosen the grip on people. As soon as people realize this, everything changes for the better. Men, loosen the grip, which means no jealousy. Now, if your woman is doing things to make you jealous, to make you draw closer, then you need to just end that and next her right away. Ladies, if you're doing that to your man, you don't deserve a man at all. Men, loosen the grip on your woman and take the lead. Ladies, loosen your grip on your man and follow his lead. But is he lead worthy? Why are you with your man? Why are you with him? Is he leading you? Don't nag him to lead you. It's okay to prompt him, but don't nag. And men, not only should you lead, but where are you leading her to? That's the difference between a relationship that is going somewhere, that has a destination, and a relationship that is just wasting time and self-centered. A reporter said to me, would you ever get married again if you were really sure of her? My response was, I was really sure the first time. The reporter said, but I mean sure beyond a shadow of a doubt. And my response was, my sureness doesn't have levels. I'm not serially sure. That's how you shut a reporter down. You are surrounded by medicine for what ails you. Look around. In my backyard alone, I have medicine. A pharmacy, so to speak. F-A-R-M. Pharmacy. What is my pharmacy? And this is not even intentional. These are things I did not plant. Dandelion leaves, dandelion root, mint, a pine tree. Just that alone, Did you know you can get more vitamin C from pine needle tea than you can from an orange? It's a superfood. Who would have thought that an eastern white pine or red pine would be a superfood? And it's in your backyard or in a wooded area near you. I don't care who you are. You are surrounded by medicine. People ask me all the time in my live streams, what do you think of marijuana? I say it's medicine. And I know what they're trying to do is get me to comment on the legal stuff and, getting high and this, all of that. It's medicine. For people who experience nausea, it cuts their nausea. For people who are experiencing vestibular issues, it's medicine. It's strange how that works. I know a doctor who is a pain management doctor. People come to him after orthopedic surgery, which is some of the most painful recovery. Back surgery, shoulder surgery. The pain is unbelievable if you've ever had any kind of surgeries like that. And many of these people have gotten addicted to opioids, OxyContin and this kind of thing, hydrocodone, in order to kill the pain, in order just to get out of bed, in order to go upstairs, to be able to take a top off of a pickle jar or mayonnaise jar, the pain that people experience. He is a top researcher in cannabis and the role that cannabis and THC can play in pain relief. Some people say, it's just another reason to get high. No, it's not. He has gotten people off of opioids with medically supervised cannabis. People who were depending on pills literally are partaking of nature. You are surrounded by medicine. Start looking at the world and what is around you as medicine. Your life can change. Your life can change. Someone said, I was talking about pine needle tea to someone, and they said, oh, I'm going to have to look on Amazon to get that. And that defeats the purpose. I challenge you to look in your backyard. Do you live near a wooded area? Look in there. Start looking at nature as medicine. Start thinking of nature as your pharmacy. F-A-R-M. Pharmacy. I did a show called The Briefing over the weekend in Las Vegas. It's my new conversation show called The Briefing, and you should be seeing those videos very soon, where I approach people in a different way and extend a hand of fellowship to them and trust to them. I extend it first. And then that trust and that warm hand of fellowship opens people up to talk. When I start releasing those conversational interviews, Watch people just blossom before your very eyes. If you stay closed in and closed and impenetrable, then that's the response you get from the world. If you remain on the attack all the time, that's the response you get from the world. Not to sound like Bruce Lee, but be like water and flow. Be in the flow, and that's the response you will get from the world. I'm safe under his control, said no woman ever. But rather, I'm safe with his leadership, would be more like it. Men, think about leading more than controlling. That's another thing you vet a woman for. Will she follow your lead? Maybe the reason why she doesn't follow your lead is because you're not a leader. But you would rather be one of those pillheads and say, well, female nature. What about your nature? Be a leader. Be a man worthy of following. Half the people talking about female nature, you don't even want to be around them as a human being. Would you want to have a cup of coffee with all the red pill people? It would be the most uncomfortable, gnarly cup of coffee time you've ever had. Be around leaders. Leaders are charismatic, they're magnetic, they're not repulsive. 99% of the red pill world is repulsive. They're not people, you heard me say this, my criteria for people on YouTube would be, would they make a good neighbor? Would you want person X, content creator X, as a neighbor? Are they going to be there to help you shovel your driveway, start your car, get your mail or newspaper when you are away? Would they be there protecting you if you needed anything? If power went out, would they put an extension cord in their generator and run it over to your property? For most of the people you watch, you would I'm telling you right now, you would eliminate probably 90% of who you watch if you ask yourself the question, would I want this person as my neighbor? Just a thought. Let me paint a picture for you of a healthy single man's life. And I basically just got this from my life. The single man's life, big goals, but simple needs and desires. No retirement or rocking chair. Sleep when you're dead. Free enough to be mobile when I want to. I'm not quite a digital nomad yet. It's going to be happening soon. Taking me a little longer than I thought. It would take a hell of a woman for me to want to change that, or for me to invite into my life. I'm open to marriage, but yet I'm open to the rest of my life as being a bachelor as well. They are not opposites. I'm open to both. But my natural state of being is an interdependent / independent bachelor. I have zero compulsions. I'm there for my kids if they need me, but I'm not breathing down their neck. It's nice to have options, but realize that I am my favorite option. I'm not talking about being selfish or self-centered, But like I said yesterday in a video, you have to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you can help others. You need to be your favorite option. You are not your last resort. Single, free, independent, but not MGTOW or any pill. Walk away from tribes. This tribalism stuff that you see running around on YouTube. First of all, you don't want those people as your neighbor. Anyone who talks about tribes, do the neighbor template. Can you see them being your neighbor? I doubt it. I doubt it. Anyone who talks about tribes is usually a weirdo. I've been on this earth long enough to know weirdos when I see them. Walk away from tribes. This ain't a jungle. Huge difference between camaraderie, brotherhood, and the whole tribe BS. Seriously, just look at the pill people, the pseudo-tribe weirdos. Do you want to spend time with them? Would you want them as your neighbor? They're probably going to be peeking in your window at your wife or daughter, or maybe even you, when you're getting undressed. You don't want to spend time with them. It's not very likely. Trust God, help other people, enjoy a steak and a glass of wine, take a stroll, clink a glass, and enjoy the company of a gracious, feminine woman if one makes herself known to you, because there is no chasing, there's no pursuing, there's no arguing, there's no striving, there's no begging, because you eliminated that stuff from your life. Life can be really good. Just to give you some hope, life can be really good. I'm glad you're here, and I love you for being here. So finish your coffee, and I'll see you next week on the Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am this.
Cruise down the street like a free rider. New shoes on my feet like a free rider. And I move to the beat like a free rider. And I scoot through the week like a free rider. And I scoot through the week like a free rider. Got my new shoes on my feet like a free rider. And I move to the beat like a free rider. Yeah, and I scoot through the week like a free rider. Like a free rider. Like a free rider. Like a free rider. Like a free rider.
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way. Dare to fall to find out what to say. No more hate. Just admit that you're just afraid. Time to let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all, let's build a dream. Just admit that you're just afraid. Let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place if we can just find a way. Then we can live a better day. 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 Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all. All together, one and all. All together, one and all. Let's live a better day.